Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me for another key review from Begali. Now, the one we're going to be having a look at today is a dual personality key, which has been named after the city that it's made in. As some of you will know, Begali factory is based in northeastern part of Italy in a city called Brescia. And this key is named after a famous phrase that was given to the city after a battle. The phrase is Leonessa d'Italia. That gives you some clue as to what I'm talking about today, which is the Begali Leonessa. So here is the Begali Leonessa, a dual purpose key. When I say dual purpose, I mean that you can use it as a single or a twin lever paddle, and it has a small screw here which you can use to change between the two. The key is about 10 centimeters front to back and 8 centimeters left to right. I don't know the height, so I'll get my ruler, and that tells me that it's 6 centimeters tall. As for the weight, it says 1.81 kilograms, but let's have a look. If I turn on, there it's on already, and we'll zero that, and it says, well, it's not far off, 1.805, so it's about 1.81 kilograms. So it's a fairly hefty lump. So you have at the back here, this is your magnetic adjustments. Your contact adjustments are here on the front, and then, as I said, you have this fine screw here which enables you to switch between twin paddle and single lever operation, which I'll demonstrate shortly. The key comes pre-wired, as you can see, and a cable is included in the box, so it literally is plug and play. As you can see on the top, it comes with the Begali logo, or the Begali engraving, and the lion. So what I'll do now is I'll let VoiceOver Pete explain why it's called the Leonessa.
Brescia is known as the Lioness of Italy, Leonessa d'Italia, after 10 days of popular uprising against Austrian rule that took place in the city in the spring of 1849. The 10 Days of Brescia was a revolt which broke out in the northern Italian city of that name, which lasted from March 23rd to April 1st, 1849. In the early 19th century, Brescia was part of the Austrian puppet state called Kingdom of Lombardy-Venetia. The revolt, headed by the patriot Tito Spiri, began on the same day as the Battle of Novara, though the news of Austria's victory there had not yet reached Brescia. The Austrian troops under General Nugent were initially surprised and retired to the castle, from which they heavily cannonaded the city, damaging many of Brescia's historical monuments. A total encirclement of Brescia was established by the Austrians beginning on the 8th day of the revolt, when reinforcements arrived. The following day, General Haynau, later nicknamed the Hyena of Brescia, came and demanded the unconditional surrender of the Bresciani. As the latter refused, the fighting continued until late night, when the heads of the revolt decided to surrender. The following day, April the 1st, however, the Austrian troops stormed the city and massacred numerous inhabitants before the surrender could be signed. Some 1,000 citizens were killed during the battle. For its fierce resistance, the city of Brescia earned the surname Leonessa d'Italia, or the Lioness of Italy.
So there you go, that gives you an idea of as to why it's called the Leonessa, and the history around the battle that occurred in Brescia in the spring of 1849. So what I'll do is we'll plug the key into the radio and we'll have a go. I'm not using my own call sign today. This weekend it's the First Class CW Operators Club Marathon, which runs from Friday night until tonight, Sunday night. And I, being the president of the club at the moment, get the opportunity to use the club call sign for the event, which is G4FOC. So I won't be using my G0PNM call sign. I'll be using G4 FOC, and I've had a go in the marathon over the weekend, and it's quite busy. So as you'll come to hear in a minute. So yeah, let's have a close-up look of the key first, and then we'll get on to the operating, and as I say, the changing between single and dual paddle operation. The way that you adjust the paddle from a twin paddle to a single lever is very simple. All you do is squeeze the two paddles together, and if your radio or keyer is in iambic mode, you'll hear a series of dits and dahs. And all you do is, when you've got those two pressed in, you screw in this screw here, which is on the left lever, until you hear only dots or dashes, only dits or dahs, and then you should be in single lever mode. There you go. So when you squeeze them in, you get nothing but when you squeeze them in, nothing. I've got the contact set quite fine, so it's a little bit difficult to demonstrate. But when you squeeze them together, nothing. So you have the best of both worlds with this key. So, the Begali Leonessa, an absolutely cracking key. In a couple of weeks' time, I'll be doing a review on the Begali Sculpture Janus, which is also a dual-purpose key. And once I've done that review, I'll do another review of these two keys side by side. So make sure you carry on watching the channel and look out for that video. Bruna has asked me to mention the coating on these keys, which is a product called Cerakote, and it's a coating that can only be applied by a few specialist suppliers. And in this case, excuse me, the coat is put on by Beretta, which is an Italian gun manufacturer, and also another company called Perazzi, who also make guns and shotguns in Italy. Cleaning wise, she says that it can be done by using CRC 3-36 mineral oil and use an optical cleaning cloth, which is a very, very small fibre cloth, and a little bit of oil on the cloth, and pass it over the key, never on the bearings or the contacts, mind. This should last you a long time. So there we go. Cerakote is the coating that they use. I've used this key now for a little while in the FOC Marathon, and I absolutely love it. It's an absolutely fantastic key. I can't praise it highly enough, and if this was in my shack full time, I think it would probably be the key that I would have connected the most. It's really, really nice. So I'm looking forward to doing the video on the Sculpture Janus to see how it compares. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I release more videos on Begali keys. Should be next week. Don't know which one it's going to be yet, but I've got about probably 3 or 4 left to do. So with that, I will say 73s, and I'll see you on the bands.
The key in this video has been kindly loaned by Bruna and Piero Begali. Why not visit their website at www.i2rtf.com.